What the f is this?
This is a Rivian. It's an electric truck.
For real?
0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, baby. Can't get enough of it. But yeah, I just showed him. Yeah, I love this truck. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the things that I like about the Rivian R1T, and there are quite a lot of things. Right now I'm on the way to the car wash to wash this vehicle up. A lot of dead bugs on the front of it, all on the windshield, so we get this thing nice and pretty. But in the meantime, let's talk about some of the things that I like about the Rivian R1T. First thing I like about the Rivian R1T, and this is not in any particular order, so not in any particular order of precedence or anything like that, so this is random. Okay, number one, Neo mode. I love the Neo mode. I know someone may think it's a little gimmicky, but when you get a little older, and I spent over 20 years in the military and quite a bit of time in the U.S. Army Infantry, or you get some bad knees, bad back, and get older also, so it's a little difficult to get in and get out of the vehicle. But that Neo mode is really helpful to make it easier for a guy like me, and I'm sure a lot of guys like you. And I'll thank you all for your service, anyone that served, any veterans out there, and current active duty military, reservists, National Guards. Thank you for your service. But yeah, Neo mode, I love it. Okay, number two, the Latch System. And for y'all that don't know what the Latch System is, that is an anchor system that you use to hook a car seat up into a vehicle. And I would have to say the Rivian has the best one I never seen. It makes it so much easier to hook those things up. And I'm sure a lot of you are probably, with car seats, trying to fish and trying to find that little latch to hook on to, and it can be quite difficult. And I'll show you a demonstration of how easy it is for the Rivian with these little things, these little plastic things they provide to make it really easy to find the actual latch. That's my number two. Okay, number three is the storage. This storage on this vehicle is magnificent, and I'd say just because of that, this makes this, in my opinion, much better than the Ford F-150, because I don't believe the Ford F-150 can actually secure as many tools or many items as a Rivian had, because the Ford F-150 does not have a gear tunnel, and it does not have storage under the tire well like the Rivian does. I believe the tire is stored underneath the vehicle. And that adds so much extra secure storage, and you still have your bed free and clear where you can put anything in there. And case in point, I actually made a video where I took a bunch of my tools and I piled them all inside of the Rivian, and they were all secure and hidden in all secure storage. I couldn't believe it myself. I have a lot of tools also. And so go ahead and check that video out if you want to see how many tools you can fit in your Rivian R1T. So if you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, this is probably the perfect vehicle for you. And also you have storage between the driver seat right down here. And if you go to fast food restaurants, like I shouldn't be doing because I'm a little overweight right now, but there's a perfect storage space where you can put all of your stuff right there, and it holds it securely. It's pretty stable. It's nice and wide, so you can fit quite a few things in there. Cup holders, or just you name it. You can put it right down in that storage, and that's some very valuable space. Something I didn't even consider until it came where I actually had to put something down there. But yeah, the storage on this vehicle is magnificent. And for that reason alone, this puts the Rivian, in my opinion, far and above any other vehicle on the market. My number four is the acceleration is exhilarating. It is addicting. It is, I don't know. It's kind of made me a little bit of a speed demon. I mean, I can't help but to just press it sometimes. It's just so fun, and I haven't gotten gotten bored of it yet. So, and I probably won't. And not just the power of the acceleration, is how smoothly it accelerates and just puts you back in your seat. And it's just something you have to experience for yourself. But that's my number 4. The acceleration on this vehicle is magnificent. The 5th thing I like about the Rivian is how smooth it rides. I mean, the ride is so smooth, and I'm on these 22-inch sport tires, and it just glides, especially if there's nice pavement. It just glides across the road, and that's one thing I really appreciate every time I get in here, is how smooth it rides. Of course, it can be a little bumpy over bumps and potholes and some horrible streets around where I live, but even still, you know, when you get on some smooth pavement, it just glides like it's riding on a sheet of ice, like you're ice skating. But that's my number 5, the smooth ride. Okay, now let's talk about my number 6. The 6th thing I like about the Rivian is I like the size of the Rivian. It's not too big and it's not too small for me. It's just the right size for me and the things that I do. My wife and I, as I said many times before, we do a lot of home improvement projects. And, you know, we also have a family, and I also commute to work. And so, and this does all of those things for me. It's not too, it's small enough to fit in a decent sized parking space. Not like a lot of these big trucks. I see these gigantic trucks trying to get into these little parking spaces. It drives like a car, and I've been in the car this is my first truck, and that's probably true for a lot of Rivian owners. That this is probably, I think, based on the data, most Rivian owners are first-time truck owners, because I'm not a truck guy. So for me, like the F-150 Lightning, that's not even I have no use case for a vehicle like that. I have no desire. I don't really. It's just a F-150 with an electric motor in it is all. There's nothing special about that truck as far as I'm concerned. But and it's too big. You know, it's too big for my daily lifestyle. Just me personally, I don't want to be parking a big F-150 into some small parking space at my job or trying to go shopping. I just don't want to do it. Let's talk about number 7 on my list, and that is the interior. It is magnificent. I said that word before when I talked about the storage space, but I have this ocean coast interior. It is beautiful in this vehicle, especially with the panoramic roof in this light interior mixed with the dark appointment. It is perfect. And in just the layout.
What the fuck is this?
This is a Rivian. It's an electric truck.
For real?
0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, baby. Can't get enough of it. I don't know if you caught that. The gentleman next to me wanted to know what this was. Of course, he used some expletives. But yeah, I just showed him. Yeah, I love this truck. Anyway, I was talking about the interior. Let's get back to this. Interior is beautiful. It's appointed beautifully. I mean, it's like they just got it just right, and that's one of the reasons I never was really excited about a Tesla. Is it only has a 1 screen. I love how they actually have the 2 screens. You know, it's more of a natural driving experience for me. And the interior, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's, I mean, I just can't say enough about it. Okay, now let's move on to number 8, and that is the Meridian sound system. and I'm kind of an audiophile. I used to install car stereo systems back in the day, not professionally. I even make home speakers. So I'm kind of a bit of an audiophile. I'm not going to say I'm an expert or anything like that, but I love crystal clear sound, and this Meridian system is crystal clear. All the way up to 30 as high as it goes. Bass is good, the treble, it's really good, the mids are good. It's just a crystal clear, impressive system, which actually quite surprised me. Now I did wish it could get a little louder than it does, but for now I'll take what I can get, because like at the max volume level, it is crystal clear and it sounds spectacular. All right, let's move on to number 9. Number 9 on my list is the drive modes. You have a lot of selectability here, a lot of options. If you just like, riding regular, you can put it in standard. If you want to conserve energy, you can put it in conserve mode. And then changing the ride heights also, it's so nice to be able to do that. If you want to, take it off road, go through a bunch of water, up to 3 feet of water. You name it, this vehicle has sand mode, snow mode, rally mode, it has it. So, this is the best all-around vehicle you can possibly get, in my opinion. And this leads me to number 10, which are the over-the-air updates. Those are like Christmas presents. So I had this vehicle for over 2 months now, and I believe I've had 3 updates so far. The good thing about the over-the-air updates is they continue to improve the vehicle. And so the vehicle that you get today is going to be a better vehicle that in 6 months after ownership, and maybe even a year or so afterwards, that they can continue to improve and add features and functions to this vehicle that weren't on the vehicle when you purchased it. Now, where else can you get something like that? In most vehicles, especially internal combustion engines, whatever features you have when you purchase it, that's what you get, and you just for the life of the vehicle. But this one, since I've had it, I've had features added on, and it is beautiful. Let me tell you, it's beautiful to be able to get new features as a surprise. Like, man, this is nice, so that is my number 10, the over-the-air updates. And that is it. Those are the 10 things I like about the Rivian. Of course, there's way more than 10 things, but I figured I'd just make a little quick video just to talk about the things that I like and why I believe that this is the best thing on the market right now. And I'm excited. I'm more excited now than I was when I first purchased this vehicle, let me tell you. But I'd like to thank you again for joining me today, and I hope everyone is having a great day. And sometimes things can be tough, and we can go through tough times, but just know if you just keep pressing forward and keep moving and doing the right thing, that things gonna turn for you. But that's all I have, and you all have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.